I'm tracking the extreme cold in Maine plus the storm. Yes, a lot of snow still on the horizon, although I will talk about how the storm in Oklahoma and the storm in Maine, same storm, right? And in Oklahoma, we did only got 2 inches of snow, 2 to 4. Supposed to get 9. We're getting another wave tonight. Now, what does that mean for Maine? We'll talk about that here in the forecast because the storm is starting here and it's going to end in Maine through Monday and Tuesday. So it's extremely cold in Maine. Snow Sunday afternoon is when it begins. It ends Tuesday morning late. Okay, so you can fast forward to get to the maps. I'm going to do the 10-day forecast here for the mountains, and we'll do that first. Cold today, only 5, going down to 18 below 0 tonight, 6, and then the snow moves in. This is for the mountains. Snow Monday, pretty much all day. Tuesday, snow wraps up, and then it's clear. Get to 26 the following Monday. That's February. So the forecast inland has sunny conditions really all day, cold, 9 with snow late. It's going to be very dry, the air. I could tell you the air mass is incredibly dry here. It's going to be dry where you are. In Maine, too, the air is as dry as they possibly can get. Record-setting dry levels of air in the atmosphere, and that's going to be tough to move. Okay, it's also going to make the snow very fluffy. Okay, it's going to blow around a lot, especially on Tuesday when the storm moves out. And then sunny on Wednesday, and then we get to 33 above freezing the following Monday, February 2nd. That's how long it takes to get above freezing. That's your warm-up. That's your thaw, 1 degree above freezing. For the coastline, sunny 11, 3 below 0 tonight, 12 then 10. Snow comes in, and it's really all day into Monday. Then it clears out on Tuesday, with temperatures there getting up to the 20s and 30s in the forecast, finally. So let's get right to the map so I can show you this now in more detail and really break down this storm so you can see what's going to be happening where you live. Okay, so here is your storm coming in from the south and the west. This is going to be Sunday afternoon first. It's going to be around noon, 1, 2 o'clock in southern Maine, and then it's going to push up towards the northeast. Here's a look at the entire state. When you see these darker blues pop up, that's going to be the heavy snowfall rates of more than 2 inches per hour. Okay, and this goes once again all the way through the day, pretty much on Monday. So here is my snow map. I haven't changed the amounts. I just changed the time frame. I tweaked that a little bit. Sunday at 1 o'clock, southern Maine, ending at 7 o'clock in the morning for eastern Maine. Okay, so that encompasses really the entire state. You've got your high ratios here up to 20 to 1, blowing and drifting late Monday into Tuesday. And you have your amounts here that I've broken down. I have not changed. I like to be wrong or right just one time, thank you. So I'm not going to change it several times like you'll see the TV stations just change it over and over and flip-flop. I'm not going to do that. I learned that lesson the hard way a long time ago. So for this storm, I've got more than 1.5 feet for southern and western Maine, about a foot, more than a foot, 12 to 18 for central, eastern, down east, the mid-coast, and then 6 to 12 Halton down towards interior, down east, and the Katahdin region, with less for the county, only 3 to 6. Just the proximity of those snow bands are just too far away to really get this. That's typical for nor'easters, right? The storm is pretty far off the coast. So the start time for the storm, as I talked about here, thank you to the Weather Service for doing this, makes it very easy for me. So you've got after 1 o'clock in the afternoon for the seacoast where that storm's going to begin, okay? And then after 6, 7 o'clock, heading up to Skowhegan and Rangeley, okay, Belfast. That's when it's going to start. And then you look at when it's going to end, you go into Tuesday morning, okay? That's how long it's going to snow. So yes, that's a long duration storm. That's what a nor'easter typically means. Northeast wind, but also, pretty frequently it means that the storm is going to last about a day or so. So this one at about a day, day and a half. So you're going to get a good accumulation. Now heading up towards Caribou's weather service here, you can see it's 6 o'clock Sunday, 9 o'clock is when it's going to start. And then here up in the county, in the Katahdin region, it's after 9 through the morning on Monday. Now, they didn't put a map up showing when it's going to end here, but I can tell you it's going to be Tuesday morning, okay? Tuesday morning it's going to end basically from about north to south. There will be some lingering snow bands, okay? So now let's take a look at the wind chill. This is for today. This is in the afternoon while the sun is out, full sun. I'll get back to the storm in a second, but I want to talk about the wind chill first, okay? You're going 20 to 30 below. That's how cold it's going to be for the wind chill with the sun out today. And then not a lot of wind, but just enough that's going to feel quite chilly. So make sure pets are inside. Now, if we're taking a look at the snow here in more detail, let's get back to the storm. This is Sunday at noon. This is now Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is snowing in Sanford. It's snowing in Wells. It's snowing in Kittery. It's snowing in the Berwicks. The rest of the state is clear. Fast forward. Let's go to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, here we go. You've got snow. Freiburg, Lewiston, up towards Casco Bay, Midcoast, not quite up to Rockland yet. So more like Brunswick and Bath. Okay, just getting to the edge there of the Midcoast. Then this is 6 o'clock at night tomorrow. Carrabassic Valley, down towards Augusta, and now Penobscot Bay is getting it. So there's your snow shield that's moving in. Now, let's get you into 10 o'clock at night. It is not snowing for northern Aroostook County, but it is in southern. Holton, all the way down to the rest of Maine, has snow coming in Sunday night at 10 o'clock. We go into 2 o'clock in the morning. This is Monday, 2 o'clock in the morning. Heavy snow along the coastline and inland. Snow bands are really cranking at that time, more than 1 inch per hour. And then this is 7 o'clock in the morning, okay? And notice here, still heavy snow at the coastline and moderate snow in Rumford. There's some breaking up here going on near Calais. Gotta watch out here to see if there's any dry slot. And up in the crown of Maine, you're not seeing snow, right? That's why I only have around 3 inches or so up in the county, with the northern Aroostook especially. That's a look at the next 48 hours. Let's take a look at the Winter Storm Severity Index, which here shows where it is going to be a major storm for southern Maine, for coastal Maine, and inland Maine. It will be a moderate storm for the Katahdin region north and minor for the mountains because of the proximity of the low pressure system being farther away, where it's going to be off the coast. Speaking of the coast and speaking of temperatures right now, check this out. These are air temperatures. This is not the wind chill. You are single digits to 10, 15 degrees sub-zero. So this is the cold air that's going to be in place right now. It's going to be very tough to move. It's going to be an all-snow event. I can tell you that 100% certainty for Maine, but I can also tell you it's going to be very cold and dry air. So it's going to take some time tomorrow to get this snow and this moisture. It's got to moisten up the atmosphere, right? You need moisture for snow. Right now, the storm, first phase of it has moved into Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, right? I only have 2 inches of snow on the ground here where I am, which is right here in Oklahoma, okay? And round 2 has not begun yet. Round 2 is starting later on tonight. It's going to be energy here coming out of the Baja of California. You're going to have energy here streaming up from the Pacific, from the Gulf, okay? So this storm, all this snow here right now, first wave of it, is going to consolidate with some energy coming down from the plains. It's all going to consolidate right here off the coast of New Jersey. And this is going to be where you're going to have your dominant low pressure system take over and move right across that benchmark off the coast of Cape Cod and Nantucket. And you're going to have all that snow move into Maine starting tomorrow afternoon. It all consolidates to one storm tomorrow afternoon. So if you know anyone that's traveling, if you're not watching from Maine, you're watching from the Carolinas, from Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, okay, it is coming. I can tell you though, cold and dense air is under-modeled. And what I'm going to explain now is that the computer model said that we were going to have mixing where I am, very close here, that has not been the case. It was all snow to start. Okay, so the computer models they've basically underestimated the depth of the cold air. So I do expect this to be a colder system, and it's going to have more ice than it's going to have rain, and more snow than it's going to have ice where there was supposed to be ice. So we'll see how it all plays out, but I can tell you right now in Tennessee, Arkansas, it's snowing heavily, and round 2 has not even begun yet. So that's the latest on the forecast. I thank you for watching Jason Nappy Weather. Another update on the storm. I do the updates all day on social media, on YouTube and on social media. Another update here where you're watching. This is going to be especially for subscribers. This is going to be tomorrow morning, right before the storm gets going.